All right, everybody. Today's first segment of Through the Eyes of the Unknown. Today we have Adam Bush. And Adam is a bass player. He's from here in the Elmira area. I think he lives up a few miles outside of town. His latest project was called Well Strung, which was like a 90s and modern rock cover band. And in just a few minutes, you'll be hearing more from Adam and his view of music. Stay tuned. All right, YouTube, I told you guys I was going to have Through the Eyes of the Unknown. This is Mr. Adam Bush. Adam plays bass guitar. Adam, what is your current project right now?
I'm working with Pub Fiction, which is a bunch of guys that we've found over the years that really are true to their instruments, and I believe we're going to do a really good job on the scene.
Cover tunes, original tunes, or a mashup of both?
We're currently filling our list with a lot of cover tunes, but with the creativity of all the people that we have together, we're looking to maybe put out a few originals as well.
Very nice.
So that way we can kind of cross scenes, show some people in the cover industry some of our original music, and then go out in the original scene and maybe put together some covers that they like as well.
Kind of get together with some of these metal bands and do some of these shows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know you were, are you still doing the Silent Self thing, or is that kind of passed on?
That's passed on. I was a vocalist in that group, and we lost our bass player, and it kind of just fell apart. And then, we just kind of came back together as a cover project, found a new singer, and we're stepping up from there.
Cool. Very nice. Well, I'm gonna go back a little bit. So, when did you first start to play?
Well, I'm gonna go back a little bit. The first time I ever touched an instrument was 5th grade, which was like 1993, and that was percussion.
Nice.
I joined the school band all the way up through my 10th grade year, and they taught me, how to read sheet music, how to keep timing, how to attack with my strikes, and keep it all together and gel with the rest of the music that was going on. And I played all the way up through, like I said, 10th grade year, and then I gave it up for about 7 years. And then I was watching a few of my friends play, and I saw the excitement, the thrill of being on stage and being part of a group.
Absolutely.
And that's when I picked up the acoustic guitar, and that began my process to where I am today.
Nice. Yeah, there's definitely no thrill like being on stage in front of people. It's better than smoking weed and getting high.
It's better than any high.
It's absolutely. It's better than that famous heroin. Stay away from heroin.
Stay away.
Yeah.
It'll ruin you. You won't have this stuff.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. All expensive stuff. So, explain to us a little bit about your gear and what you use.
Well, it's taken me a little while to move up to where I am now. I used to play on just whatever I could find, and then I started getting better jobs and being able to afford better equipment. And for the speakers that I use, I mainly use this Mark Bass single 15, but I also have a Mark Bass 410.
I've seen that before. Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And they're really punchy, really strong, and I use the Mark Bass head with it. And the bass that I currently have right now is I have a PV Millennial, and I also use a Schecter that is a friend of mine's, because that'll be my next purchase. But though that's currently my equipment.
That Schecter, they make good gear.
Oh, they're phenomenal.
Their guitars, their basses.
So much attack.
Oh
punch.
yeah,
It's clear.
totally. I've only read one bad review. Some guy said they were junk, and I wanted to reach through the screen and bitch slap him.
Wow.
He said he'd rather play a Fender, and me personally, I don't think Fender is for rock and roll. But then again, if you watch Slipknot, Jim Root plays a Telecaster, so
yeah. Well, for bass, actually Fender really has this phenomenal Fender Jazz or Fender Precision, and they're clear, they're punchy, and their tone is just is to die for, and I would really like to have a Fender Jazz.
Yeah. That's what you usually see mostly on like the jazz stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
even some of the blues stuff you see, you know, you got the Fenders going. So, do you have any musical family? Anybody that influenced you?
Oh God, I'm friends with a lot of musicians. You as well,
Yeah.
and you know, from the metal scene to the punk scene to the all the originals and the cover scene. Basically, everybody around here is family. You know, everybody knows each other's music, gels well together, and they come out to see each other. Right now, I'm playing with Jeff Alslander on drums, Jason Shelley on guitar, Matt Germano on guitar, and Chris Parshell on vocals. And we are just this tight-knit group that, you know, we get emotional with the songs we play because we're just so in tune with each other and such good friends, and we're able to talk things through. And you know, that's what being in the band is all about. It's a band of brothers.
Exactly.
It's
Absolutely.
Musicianship is a brother.
You all, everybody kind of understands each other. For you guys that are watching, if you're not a musician, I strongly encourage you to become one. Because like we said earlier, there's no other good high. Now, when it comes to famous bands and stuff like that, who are you listening to today that kind of inspires you, keeps you going?
Well, today I'm more into that heavier, hard, aggressive rock. I do like metal, but I'm not saying metal.
Like the screaming type metal? They call it screamo, and it's not screamo. It's heavy fucking metal.
Heavy fucking metal. No, I like the bands like Breaking Benjamin, and I like Chevelle, and you know, a lot of those harder, aggressive bands that put out great melodic vocals and have just talented musicianship all the way through. It just blends so well together. And yeah, those are some of the, you know, Pearl Jam. Even still,
back in the 90s, yeah.
Still to this day.
Yep.
I admire their music. Jeff Ament on the bass, phenomenal. You know, I catch my inspiration all around.
Speaking of Pearl Jam, if you guys haven't seen the documentary PJ20, I strongly recommend you guys check out PJ20, because if you don't know anything about Pearl Jam or don't like Pearl Jam, you will after watching that documentary, because
that'll tell you the story.
Yeah, that'll tell you the story from Mother Love Bone to the stardom of Pearl Jam. So, moving on here. Every musician does them mistakes. How do you deal with your mistakes? On stage or at practice?
Well, on practice, it's easy to just roll through. Everybody will notice it. And, you know, we'll come back to it and address it if it needs to be addressed. But on stage, you know, it's happened to me a few times where I was vocal. I was on a vocalist part, and I sang off key it was Flagpole Sitting, and it comes to this one part where it just changes up the key, and I was way off, and you have to keep going. You keep trucking. You can't just stop and fall apart.
Yeah.
You do the best you can to regroup and on the fly while you're going. And you know, that's a big part of being a show-ready musician, is being able to grab that mistake and keep rolling through it.
Absolutely.
And hopefully you come back out on the other side.
Yeah. Mistakes they're tough to deal with. You really get down on yourself, but like you said, you have to roll through it.
Yeah.
So now we're kind of on hardships, because mistake is a hardship. Now when it comes to booking gigs, do you have any bad memories? What's the bad part about being a musician, I guess?
Oh, when you're booking gigs. See, when you go out, you in theory, perfected your craft. You're becoming a better musician every step you take. And when you go out there, it's like soliciting your business. It's like being a carpenter or a plumber or a catering business or anything along those lines. The hardest part is getting the money that you earn while still bringing in people for them to make money.
Yeah.
That is the difficult part when you're booking gigs and pulling everything together.
It's, yeah, you're being paid to be the entertainment, as everybody knows, and if you're not bringing in a crowd, that venue's not making any money, and therefore you probably won't be hired back. You know,
Right.
Some places are awesome, they give you a second chance. So,
Some places.
some places do. Now, when it comes to practicing,
Yes.
how do you practice?
Well, when I'm at home, I just started a family. I have a 6-month-old daughter now. It's all new to me.
Absolutely.
I'm 33 years old. Just got married last year. And so it does make it a little bit difficult at home sometimes. But in my car, I will listen to music over and over and over and over and over again until it's drilled in my head that I know where to go, what it should sound like, what it's supposed to be. And then when I'm at home, luckily my daughter and my wife like the sound of the bass, so I can play it lightly. Or I pick up an acoustic guitar and I just figure out the strings and where the notes go and put it all together over a week. And then when I meet up with the guys, I have my parts relatively mapped out and where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do. And, that's when we put it all together, is when we all know our parts. And, that's how you gel.
Yeah.
That's how you figure it out, is do it all together. And you should put out at least something semi-decent the first time. It's not always, great, but...
And I want to add to that, too, that practice is a rehearsal. You practice at home when you all get together.
You learn at home.
Yeah, that's right. You practice, you learn at home. When you get it together at rehearsal with the whole band, that's when you put everything together. So practice at home, learn at home. When you get to with the rest of the band, make sure you perfect it. So, looking at my cheat sheet here. Have you ever taken any lessons, or have you ever taught music to anybody?
Other than percussion, I have never taken any lessons. I just picked up the guitar and went for it. Played by ear, played by tab. Back when I was picking up the guitar, they didn't have like Songster or Guitar Pro or those things that you can sit there and watch them as the metronome beats on each one of the measures. And they didn't have it. They just had tabs where people wrote 6 on this line and 8 on this line, and so you kind of had to guess and hear and you just trial and error. That's how I learned. But I did take lessons again in high school for percussion, and that's what really taught me timing and really got it together for me. And it was very important. It was crucial. Without it, I don't think I would be where I am today. I don't think I would be half of what I am today.
Well, now I'm going to go kind of back to the beginning here when I was talking about inspiration. Who is your biggest inspiration, whether it be personal, somebody you know, or somebody that is way up there like the guys in Metallica would say? Lars Ulrich was the very first hard rock drummer I heard. I have a similar playing style. I know a lot of you guys can't stand Lars, but Metallica's the shit.
Hey, we all take our influences.
I learned a lot from Lars, so I have a very similar playing style. But what is your biggest influence?
Wow.
Or who, I should say.
Jeff Ament from Pearl Jam. I loved his playing style. It was a hip hop style introduced to rock, and it just made everything come together for him. And he's crucial. Another one, I don't think anybody can find any fault in respecting Geddy Lee.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, master of the craft.
Yep.
But in this area, there are a few players, bassists that I have admired along the way for their just sheer ability to pull off what they can pull off. And the thing is, you see these people do the things that they're doing on stage, and it's like it's so easy. It looks like it's so easy and it's so technical.
The master of the craft.
Yeah, and it's awe-inspiring, and that's where you would like to be. And there are a lot of local musicians that you know, their name is known around here through musical groups that have inspired me to become better myself.
Nice, very nice. Well, Adam, I want to thank you for stopping by.
My brother.
And I will definitely be out to see you guys when you guys are out and about. It's Pub Fiction, right?
Pub Fiction, yeah.
Pub Fiction. Look them up on Facebook. Have you guys got a Facebook page yet?
Yeah, Facebook / Elmira's Pub Fiction.
You heard it here. See you next time, guys. All right, as you guys just seen, that was Adam Bush. He is a bassist for a local cover band called Pub Fiction. Get on Facebook, check them guys out, and give them a thumbs up. Remember, this segment is called Through the Eyes of the Unknown, and it is about unknown musicians from not only my area, but I hope to do some traveling around and find some other guys and interview them as well. And it might not always be here at my home. It might be at their home. It might be out in their garage or front yard or whatever. But stay tuned next time, and I think I have another one coming up next week, maybe two. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe. A lot more fun stuff coming. Be good to each other.